I think the interesting thing is actually just the play on blood itself, which ultimately, I think that the relation of blood basically makes something completely objective instead of subjective, except once you add the notion of heat. Because once something can actually get hot enough, it actually becomes more of a mix itself, which is probably the point at which the two characters themselves can almost be interchanged in this way. In which the obvious play is just the separation and bounds of all of these characters. Where I think that actually then playing on this, one of the great ironies is that to probably overcome this would be, in a sense, losing your way, because then you'd open yourself up to more life. But then at that point in time, it would sort of be like it wasn't your story at all. Which would be like being heat from the other direction, because you'd be so cold that everything which tried to relate to you would find actually a sense of product. I think that would be like waste, which itself might manifest more so in the state of like a dream that becomes something which is cornered. And unless something can say it like this, it would probably feel like things were being taken away from it if the heat itself was put upon it directly, and the shape of whatever the dream was to be collapsed into something that was actually universal in regards to making obviously something less subjective. Now then, at this point, you could probably almost play with the characters and say that some of the main characters in this plot are actually the plotters, I would think. Because truly, the plotters themselves, or the storytellers, would be like mixed air. Where then the parody of that even would probably be to say that do something like this to actually put yourself in the show. And if there is any sense of change, then you can point to some sense of a dream and obviously if you decide not to, then that choice is yours. Then in so doing, your character is working towards this. Which then would be like life trying to gather life. Where you could play this and the more that you can relate to this, is it going to be something that you miss